Hello everyone and welcome to another video on the channel. Today's video literally just popped in my head and I thought it's a good idea for a video. I'm not sure if I've done it on the channel before, but with nowadays not being as good as it was for film, shall I say, there are some exceptions of great films. I feel, and we've talked about this on the stream before, there aren't that many films, modern films, that will stand the test of time like some of the films that came out post the turn of the millennium. I think films in general, there's just less quality, more quantity over quality, I would say. But I thought today I would start hopefully what will be a tag video, tagging some people to give me their choices as well. These are my top 10 films of the century. So, films that have been released since the year 2000, all the way up to now. I think my list is very concise. I think a lot of people would probably agree with me. Some people might disagree with some of my choices. But I'm not just looking at films that I personally love and think are the best. I'm looking at films like from a technical level and from the fact that people will be talking about them because of how successful they were, how well reviewed they were, all of those different things together. I just wanted to put 10 films that, in my opinion, I think in 50 years' time or whatever, people will still be talking about these films, whereas I'd say most of the output of modern cinema today is forgotten about a year after it comes out. These films, people still go back to all the time. People still talk about how good they are. My list's not in any particular order. It is just 10 films that I think are the best since the turn of the millennium. But as with any person's list, it's my opinion, and just because it's my opinion doesn't mean it's the right opinion. You have your own opinion. You may agree with some of my choices, you may disagree with some of them. That's up to you, and I'd be interested to see if there are any that anyone disagrees or really agrees with down below. But anyway, we're going to get straight into it with my first choice. At number 10, I've gone with Sicario. Now, Denis Villeneuve, I think he's just a visionary director. He is, in my opinion, one of the best directors working today. Now, the Dune films are not for me personally. I'm not interested in them as much as a lot of other people are. But on a technical level and just looking at it as a film, still incredible films. Of all of his films, this one and I think another one, or is this the one I've gone with? I think this is the one I've gone with. Yeah, so this is the one that I've gone with that, to me, out of all the films he's done so far, has stayed with me and I go back to the most. I could have gone with Prisoners, which is an absolutely fantastic film. I could have gone back to the start film with Incendies, another fantastic film. Blade Runner 2049, as most people will know, just my opinion, I prefer it over the original, but that's just me. There's so many films you can choose from that you could argue are better than this, but I think all of his films are absolutely fantastic. This for me is the one that stands out the most. The cast just works perfectly. I really like the subject matter. I think the way they deal with it and just the way the film looks, that opening at the drug warehouse with all the bodies, one of the best openings in my opinion in modern cinema. I just love the way that they shoot that opening. I mean, the top three cast: Emily Blunt, Benicio del Toro, Josh Brolin, absolutely outstanding in this film. The sequel is a drop down, I think, because Denis didn't come back to do the sequel. It doesn't have as high a quality. I still enjoy the sequel, think it's a lot of fun, but for me, this one is where it's at. I friggin' love this. It's the best film of its kind, and I truly believe it deserves a place on this list for me. Next up, another one that it won Best Picture. I think I'm pretty sure it won Best Picture, or maybe it didn't. No, I don't think it did. It won both the lead acting roles won for this. Didn't win Best Picture though. But for me, people still talk about this film. It's always going to be a film that has some sort of relevance because of the subject matter. The director, this is probably my favourite film of his, and that's saying something considering, again, he's a director. Every single one of his films, I think, are perfect. This is the one that I chose because this was my introduction to him as a director. And some of these actors, who I'd not really ever seen before at the time that I watched this, really started me getting into film. It's Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Frances McDormand, who before watching this wasn't too familiar with. Sam Rockwell again. I'd seen his face here and there, didn't really know who he was. Obviously I knew Woody Harrelson. But this was when I really was starting to get into film more and more. And I saw this one at the cinema and I was blown away. It's stayed with me since. I go back to it often. It's a drama, but it's a revenge and just like a sort of redemption. She's trying to really just find out what's happened to her daughter because nobody seems to be bothered in investigating it. The police aren't too bothered, so obviously she puts up these billboards basically saying, "Why are you not looking for my daughter?" but uses a lot more profanity. It is so well written, excellently acted, so tense, just such a good film, and it's got an absolutely brilliant ending. I just love the way that this film ends. I just think they didn't need to do anything else. I think it's just a great ending, just them driving off in the car. Yeah, it had to have a place on my list. This one was mentioned because I would say of the last 5 years, this is the best film that's come out in the last 5 years. It will 100% be remembered. I think it's better than the original film myself, personally. A lot of people would also agree. Some would disagree. But it 100% deserved a place on my list just because of what it did for cinema. And it is, of course, Top Gun Maverick. Brought people back to the cinema. The power of Tom Cruise compels everyone, apparently, to go back to the cinema. Paramount wanted to stick this on streaming, skip a theatrical release completely because of COVID and all of that happened. But Tom Cruise pushed. He said, "We'll wait, and when the time is right, we'll come out with this," and they did. And I'm so glad that it got a theatrical release. I saw it 3 times at the cinema. I've seen it at home since. It's just such a, I don't know the right word, pleasant, great. It just feels like you're going back, seeing old friends. Just a feel-good family adventure film that is literally for everyone. Everyone can get enjoyment out of this. I saw it with my dad. I saw it with my stepdad. I saw it with my auntie. My granddad's seen it. Most of the people in my family have seen it because it's just an entertaining film and it's done really well. As far as sequels go, in my opinion, this may be controversial. One of the best sequels ever made. It stuck the landing, excuse the pun. But yeah, had to be on the list. Top Gun Maverick. Now this would technically be higher up. This is my fourth favourite film of all time. It is, in my opinion, the best musical of this century. Technically, it's my favourite musical of this century, but there are more well-made musicals. I can appreciate that. I just get the most enjoyment out of this. I love the story. I love the characters. I love the music. Everything about it. And it is, of course, Damien Chazelle's La La Land, which I can safely, for me personally, I think it's as close to a masterpiece as any film's going to be. I've said before, I don't think any film can be objectively a masterpiece. Subjectively, you can call whatever you want a masterpiece. That's your own opinion. But there's always going to be small things in every film that stop it from reaching absolute, complete, the top. Couldn't be any better. You can make improvements in any film, even a film as great as this. Ryan Gosling, Emma Stone have electric chemistry. The opening, again, dance sequence on the freeway, whatever you call it, brilliant. Just great stuff. Absolutely adore La La Land, and it had to be on my list. I've had to put a comedy in here, and this one only just makes it because it came in at the turn of the century in 2000. It's a British film. It's one of my favourite British films. I could watch this any day, and it just brings me pure joy because it's just such a fun and funny film. It's Guy Ritchie's Snatch. The characters in this are what make this film. Obviously, you've got Brad Pitt, you've got Jason Statham, Stephen Graham, Alan Ford, Dennis Farina, Benicio del Toro, Vinnie Jones. Like, the list just goes on and on. Radi Shabidigo usually plays the Russian bad guy. Jason Fleming. Produced by Matthew Vaughn, who's a brilliant director in himself, I would say. Just such a great film. So many memorable scenes in this. So many memorable lines in this. It is just a fantastic film. Very enjoyable. And if you've not seen it, I can highly, highly recommend it because you won't be wasting your time. This one's not for enjoyment reasons, because I would be a bit sadistic to say I enjoy this film. I just think it is one of the most well-made films of this century. I was in awe of this, of how they pulled this off, and I truly believe this is this director's best film, and I don't think you can ever top a film as good as this, and what it should do to the viewer after watching it. And it's Requiem for a Dream. If this doesn't put you off of bloody drugs, I don't know what will, because this is more horror. This is a horror film, really. The horror of reality, I would say. Just what these characters go through, the way that you see them, just how they are, is brutal. It's hard to watch. It's compelling, though. You just want to know that these characters are going to be okay in the end. I mean, Jennifer Connelly, Jared Leto, Ellen Burstyn, Marlon Wayans, Christopher McDonald pops up in here as well. It's a phenomenal film. Such a well-made film. And a film that I just recommend people watching even just once. Because I think everyone can get something from this film. That is Requiem for a Dream. I had to go for Scorsese. It was between this one and The Wolf of Wall Street for me, because I think you could argue either of those films, that one or this one. Some people could say they're his best film. I think, in my opinion, this is top 3 Scorsese for me, and the best film he's done in this century. And it's The Departed. I just absolutely adore this film. DiCaprio, Damon, Nicholson, Wahlberg, Martin Sheen, Alec Baldwin, Vera Farmiga. Just the cast goes on and on. Ray Winstone. Yeah, it is one of the best corruption, gangster, gun, whatever you want to call it, films that I've seen. And considering this is a remake, gotta be one of the best remakes ever, surely. Everybody is the best they've ever been in this film. Some people say that Scorsese should have won his Oscar before this film. I think this film is still a great film to win an Oscar for. Every time I talk about this film, it makes me want to just stick it on again. It's one of those films I just absolutely love watching. I love the characters. There's no good characters in this. They're all fucking evil. Let's be real. They're all corrupt in some way. Yeah, The Departed. I mean, come on, man. I'm putting this one in for Sam. This is a more recent watch for me, but I just love the way what this film does. How sort of different and unique this film is for what it is, and the fact that it was just nailed on the head. It was just done so well. Boyhood, Richard Linklater's Boyhood. I mean, filmed over 12 years. I don't think a film has ever done that before this film. So it's groundbreaking in that terms. You're watching this young boy literally grow up into an adult, and seeing him change not only in the film and the story, but actually see him physically change as he gets older. Patricia Arquette and Ethan Hawke are fantastic in this film. It is long. It's worth it, though. It doesn't feel over long. It feels just right. I could watch a longer version of this film. It is just so well done. Just a piece of American life, just watching these characters over, as I say, a period of 12 years, the way their lives change. I just really like this film. I think it's such a well-made film. So yeah, on my list, definitely Boyhood. Then, second to last, Stuart will 100% be happy that I put this second on my list. Probably would be second, to be honest. Donnie Darko. It is what it is. It's a weird film. I would go as far to use the term ahead of its time. Not many films like this were going out there like this film did at the time. I mean, just the cast in this: Jake Gyllenhaal, Maggie Gyllenhaal, Patrick Swayze, Catherine Ross, Mary McDonnell, Jenna Malone. My favourite person, Drew Barrymore, is even in this. It is just weird film. It is what it is, but I haven't seen anything like this film before. The feeling of this film, again, the way this film looks, the soundtrack, just the story, because it's so weird and out there. I just really dig it. I think this is great. A lot of people have this on their list, and rightly so. Donnie Darko. And last is my third favourite film of all time, which I've gone on and on and on about many times on here before, but I'm going to do it again. Whiplash. Again, like I said with La La Land, this is as close to his masterpiece as anything is going to be. The way that this film makes you feel is so... you just tense throughout the whole film. J.K. Simmons gives one of the best performances, not from him, from an actor that I have personally ever seen. Miles Teller is brilliant in this. It's just opened up a whole new world of music to me, because I had never delved into jazz before watching this film, but such a great genre of music. And just like I said, this film is just so great. Damien Chazelle, Roy would agree, is one of the best directors working today. A lot of these guys, Denis Villeneuve, Martin McDonagh, anytime they've got a new film coming out, day one, I'm there. But yeah, my number one is Whiplash. So those are my top 10 picks for films released this millennium. I don't know what I'm going to call it, how I'm going to word it, but you guys know what it's all about. But yeah, let me know if any of those would make your list down below in the comments. Always great fun. Right now, usually I just do a response, but I'm actually going to tag 3 people. I'm just going to think of 3 people off the top of my head to tag, in the hopes that they'll be able to do it. So first, I'm going to go and I'm going to tag my very good friend Roy over at Blue Roy Movies, just because I know he doesn't watch as many modern films. He is, and he would agree, he wouldn't say no to this. He likes older films. He likes the 50s, 60s, 70s is his favourite decade. So I'd just really be interested to see what you pick, Roy, if you have time to do this. Then second, I'm going to go with Sam at Sammy G's World of Cinema, because Sam, like me, we have a very similar taste in film, and I would expect some of these films to cross over onto Sam's list. So Sam, again, if you get time, I'd love to see your list. And third, where am I going to go third? Well, normally I would say Jim, but Jim's not making YouTube videos for the foreseeable, so I can't go with Jim. So instead of Jim, I'm going to go with another very good American friend of mine. I'm going to go with Kenny. If you guys don't know Kenny, he's on my streams on Monday night. He is one of the nicest guys I've ever had the pleasure of meeting, and everyone else would agree with me on that. He has a great channel. We, again, like me and Sam, me and Kenny have a very similar taste in films. He's just a very lovable guy. Yeah, just go and check out Kenny's channel. Sorry, Kenny, if I get your channel name wrong. I believe your channel name is Kenny's Movie Palace. Could be wrong. If I'm wrong, again, I'm sorry, Kenny, but I'll try and link you in the description. But yeah, again, Kenny, I'd love to see what films are on your list. Get like a different cultural thing, see if any, again, because a lot of these that I've picked are American films anyway, so there may be some crossover. But yeah, if you get the chance, Kenny, I'd love to see your list as well. But yeah, that's it for this video. If you like it, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Turn your notification bell on so you know when I have a new video uploaded to the channel. Comment down below anything and everything. As you know, I always take the time to get back to anyone that leaves me a comment because I really do appreciate it. And that is it. So until next time, everyone, take care. Goodbye.